Well, I've never been able to do this, so let's figure it out, I guess. Gaggle, Guffery, that's a weird word. Angel, Butler, Levy, Fantasy, Sugar, Pumpkin, Mystery, Murder, Mystery, haha. Um, Angel, Romance, Love, Fantasy? It seems like one. Charm, though. What the hell is Goofer? What is that? I assume that has to do with Parliament. So, Parliament, Goofer, that, and Levy sounds like a thing. It's not a thing. Huh. Okay. That, okay. Gaggle is a group. Um, I mean, murder novel, romance novel, mystery novel, fantasy novel. That's gotta be one. Guga. I mean, horror. What? Okay, yeah. What? Fiction genres. Yeah, but like, okay. So now we got a murder, a gaggle. Oh, birds. Um, we'll get back to that. Wait, a parliament? Yeah, that's how that makes sense. And I can't find the last one. So let's shuffle those. That works. Then we have pumpkin, charm. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's. You know what? You know what? That's gotta be weird stuff. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, I should really think before I do. Um, well, I assume nothing. What is a butler? What's a butler? Um, See, I know a parliament is like a group of something. Murder is like a group of something. Gaggles is not a group of something. And then I'm lost. Because I don't know what a goofer is, maybe. Did I say butler or goofer? Damn it! I don't remember my answer. So anyway, that's not it. So pumpkin? Charm, angle, sugar? No. Well, that, what? Hold on. Pumpkin, yeah, sugar, love, pumpkin. Yeah, I should have got that one. Terms of endearment. Birds, yeah. Murder, gangle, charm. Charm? And then Bloom, Butler, Goofer, and Levy. People whose first names are U.S. states. What? Um, take your word on that one, buddy. No wonder it's purple. Well, I got the green one, which is, of course, the easiest first, which you're supposed to, whatever. There's some pride in getting the first one last or whatever. I don't know how it's time running out, but whatever. Um, I don't know how you're supposed to do. Yeah, you have to pay for better games. It's like, what do you mean? I don't want to do a crossword anyway. The heck? What is pips? Let's go into pips. Oh, okay. I don't know this game. Oh, look, there's an ad for. Thank God that's just food. Okay. What? Huh? Okay, so you have to. What? I'm sorry, I'm lost. How to play? Fill in the board with the dominoes to meet the conditions. Um, I mean, it seems kind of obvious now that I think about it. All those numbers equal the different numbers. The number on the dot is summed to 2, and the other one is summed to the other one. Equal sign. Um, something 7, greater than 7, less than 7. Equal sign. The dominoes in this region are all the same number. So the 3 is discarded. I thought the 3 was used. It was discarded. I thought that was 11 sideways for some absolutely not correct reason. Cool. And the less than 7 region is the sum needs to be less than 7. I mean, it seems like I got the idea, but let's do a tutorial anyway. Okay, so in order for 10 to exist, simply 10 needs to flip and go there. That's simple. And then only 2 in each of these means you gotta maybe thus in this region must equal 0. Thus in this region must equal the same number. So kind of obvious that you would put this one, which equals 0, and then this one would be down to equal 2, and you've done it. Empty regions, no conditions apply for these numbers and spaces. Okay, so let's play. Oh god, so obviously you have to do the 4-4 and there's something 1. Something 1. You got equals, so I assume it's the zeros are the most telling because the equals can be this, and that's 0, and 0, and you can't, because you can't have twos, we'll do that, and then the equals will be the 3-1, And then the 4 simply needs to rotate 0 times, and then just go there. Congratulations, you did it under a minute. Yay. The harder version of this. Okay. Total must be 6. All of these must be equal. 6, and then 8. Well, the only one equal to 8 is that one that I can see, so that's kind of obvious. 11 is hard. So, like that solves that if I want to be simple. If I don't want to be simple, the other way to solve 8 would be to add 3 to or 2 to 6. So we'll try that, and then but then equals, meaning like I see a bunch of 2's. The equals must be either the 2's or the 1's. You need to have 5 of the numbers, so it must be the 2's. And then 2, 1, and 2's equals 6. That's a done deal. Then you have the 1's, they can just fill in that space because they're not interfering with anything else or interacting with anything else. Then you have this one, another 2, another 2, and then you get the 5, and then yeah, the rest is just, come on, that wasn't that hard. Now we're going into weird territory of weirdness. They all must be equal, meaning we have at least 3 of those numbers. Well, we have 12, we have 6's, we have 1's, and this has to equal 1, so we have to have one of the blank spaces there, and the other one has to equal 2, so the other one could be blank, so tough one. The other thing is the other one could come from, oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, so to start with, one of them has to be 0, leading to probably adding to the thing. I would assume that that 0 and something must be 5, because adding 2 will probably be too much. Then we have all the other numbers leading to 25, and then we have the equals. So, I mean, you want to actually equal 25. How do you deconstruct that? That's like my first thing to do. Well, maybe it's 5, 6. Although if it was 5, 6, maybe it's 5, 6 the other way, because otherwise you can't even place the tiles, so it can't be that. It has to be this and this. That could work, maybe. And then you have, well, it could less than 5. Never mind. I didn't read the prompt correctly. So if it's less than 5, it could be anything, unless it's 6 and 5. So that's helpful, but not helpful. So the 1's, it could be the 1's on the top. That entire region must equal 2 and 1, so this makes sense. You wouldn't waste the 6. And then greater than, less than, could be that one. And then again, we have the tiling problem. It has to be 2, 6, 3, 5. I don't know what to think of that one because it's hard. You have to place something that's like maybe the 2 and the 6's, but then do you have enough to make 25? I don't know. And also you have to make 17. I should make these big numbers first before I make anything else. So to make 17 is hard. 25 is harder. Um, Clearly you have to have the 1 and the 6. That's the only way I can see that happening. Less than 1. Oh, it's an empty space. I'm sorry, what? No, greater than 1. Okay, never mind. I don't know what the hell that could be. Or is. So, what equals 17? Don't know. My stomach is gurgly. 17 out of 17 is the hardest thing because that's already 12. To get to 7, and that doesn't. Oh, wait. Yeah. That's weird. Wait, tap it. Like 17. The problem is there's only so many numbers that actually duplicate enough that you can make an equals. And 5, 3 means less than 5 and equals, so that's a possible solution. Then you have the craziness, which is the middle. And I can't solve for that either. And I definitely have no other solutions for the bottom. That that must be what it is. Like maybe. Maybe. But that's too simple of a solution. You could do something like this and achieve that. And you could do something like that, you know, add the 0 so it equals 1 so that you can add the 2 to the other thing, which effectively is the same tiling. It's just different. So that doesn't change anything. Does it equal? What is? I should solve 17. This is taking too long. Um, 17 is 12 if I put this together, which I can't, plus it's a waste of double sixes. Oh. Like, what the heck? Just throwing stuff at a wall right now. Like, you gotta have some big numbers for that. And then you need 17 is 12 plus. Wait, that's the other thing. 12 plus something doesn't equal that. So how can do? But then 25 is like 4 sixes and a 1. So then 4 sixes? Well, with the 5 being there, it has to be 4 sixes, 3 sixes, a 5, and a 2? So that condition makes that, and 3 sixes, 5, 2. Is that 25? 18, 24, 26? Did I make 26 by accident? Okay, then what? Well, we would switch those around something. I mean, is that 10? That's 25. Okay. And then what is the solve for 17? I think the 17 is a bigger key than I'm thinking it is, and I overthought something or underthought something. Um, Again, multiple solutions because of the vertical and the thing with the alternate being the same difference. And the fact that the 1 and 2 can be a way to change the value means if you can get 2, 4 instead of 5, then something, a different number equaling 25. So you can get the number that actually equals 26 or 17. What is 17? Oh, 17 is 6 plus 11. So 5. Oh, 566. That's what it has to be. Okay. Um, it's not helpful. Or it is helpful. Because I could just switch that to be this. And then you have the 6. Almost there. How am I wrong? It's the first. Oh, it's not. It doesn't equal 25. How does it not equal 25? It's odd that you can. But at least one is in the wrong spot. Now, here's the thing that bothers me, right? Wrong spot is subjective. So if I say this, right, which changes nothing, again, that's wrong. So, but it's like there are multiple states where that is and is also wrong. So, okay. Um, how, okay, what is 25 again? 25 is 6, 6, 6, and 6. No, that's only 24. It needs to be one higher. Okay. So 1, 2 greater than 1. Well, I could just switch out those such that 6, 2, that will do it. And then something greater than 1. Well, that can be that, and this can be this. There you go. That was actually fairly easy to solve somehow. Hooray! I've never seen that puzzle, and I brained it, and I was so close, and then I got it. It's like whatever. How did you get? Did you do it?